So here we have this is our high flow system. It's called the Max Venturi. The components that you're going to need to start this up are going to be the circuit. So this all comes in one package. You got the short limb that connects this. There's an intake here. It goes through, blends, and comes out through a heater and to the patient. So this all comes in one package: the heater, the tubing, and some of them actually come with the cannula. So you're going to need a cannula, the circuit, water, sterile water for humidification. On the side, there's going to be, this is called a pigtail. This actually sends the heat through the circuit. So there's a 3-prong connection that fits right on the end. This one is just going to be left hanging. You also have a blue connector that's going to fit inside the temperature probe. This is called a temperature probe, the blue one. It's going to one end is going to read here, and then one end is going to read at the top at the top of the circuit. So this is just measuring the difference of temperature between the heater and then proximal to the patient. Your temperature reading will show up, be illuminated on the display here. Alright, so once the heater's on, there's 2 modes that you can select. There's for invasive endotracheal tube and non-invasive. If they're on a high flow, we're going to select non-invasive, so you're just going to press and hold until it switches. So right now they're on invasive, so we're going to switch to non-invasive. Just press and hold and it'll light up. The difference is on invasive it goes up to 37 degrees, non-invasive only goes up to 31. Any troubleshooting involving with the heater, right now since there's no water and no temperature probe, it's actually going to light up where the error is happening. So right now it's lit up where the temperature probe should be, and you're not going to see any readings on here because there's no water going through, so, and no temperature probe, so there's no temperature being read. But if there was, then you would see the temperature displayed on this dash, dotted lines. And before we start, to calibrate the high flow, we're going to take out the flow sensor. This is your oxygen sensor. This measures the amount of FiO2 being delivered. You're going to take that out so we can calibrate to room air. To calibrate, you're just going to hold these 2 buttons together until it says cal. It's going to calibrate. It should be close to 21%. So 20.9. Once that's done, just put your flow sensor back in, your oxygen sensor back in. To turn it on, there's a little switch on the back. You're just going to pull that over until it's turned on. Okay. Your settings are going to be your flow on the bottom, your oxygen on the top. So if you want, say, 50 liters, just make sure that when you're looking at the flow meter itself, that you kind of get a good angle, because depending on which way you look at it, that ball might be set in a different spot where you think. You really have to kind of look at it straight on. So now say 50 liters. And then you can change your concentration on the side, on the O2 side over here, on the top. Okay. So counterclockwise will go up, and then clockwise to go down.